Well, Pete, I guess what was going through your mind as you were sending 21 of those guys or 23 guys out the tunnel at the beginning of the game?
Oh, at the beginning, yeah, those are always the word is bittersweet without question. But you've seen this coming for a while. I mean, it's not like we just all of a sudden talk about it today that a lot of talent's walking out of this building, and but really, excellent players and even better people.
What was your message to those guys this week or today? Or?
Well, our message was we need to finish this thing with the standards that they have set for this program, and really didn't need to say much more after that. I mean, those guys get it, and they know how they wanted to play their last game on the blue, and I think they did.
What does it say about the senior class? And you mentioned that the standard that's been set, they win like that, and it kind of almost feels like business as usual to them, and that's a lot of places probably can't say that.
Oh yeah, there's no question. I mean, the standards that they set and the expectations, in some ways awesome to set standards like that. In some ways not so good for the expectations, because in some ways they're just unrealistic what these guys have done, and I think that really says it all. I mean, really, when you look back, and I think these guys might have a chance to win 50 games. I mean, those expectations are totally unrealistic. I mean, you don't expect anybody to do that, and they got it done, but yet that's what the standards are for this program.
You said, wanting them to play to their standard, you got to shut out the first team out, or while Kellen was in there, other than a missed field goal, you guys scored on every drive. So
yeah.
I feel like you got that from them.
Yeah, and we thought we would. They practiced well, and today you could tell there's a really good vibe about them, that the energy was right, and after a while you start to get a feel for certain teams, and you knew that they were going to play well.
Kellen, I think, might have made a mistake on his first throw of the game. Every other throw the rest of the game either was caught or hit his receiver. Yeah, no question. He was dead on, and again, I mean, I think the leader of the whole senior class sets the standard and sets the tone, and I mean, that's excuse me, about as clean as you can play. And you're right. I think the first throw was, a little bit off, but after that, it was on target.
Whose decision was it to have Kellen be the last one to run out of the tunnel today, and kind of what went behind that decision?
Kellen's. He just said he wanted to be the last guy. You'd think he's all humble. That was his. I don't know. We just wanted to send him out last. That's fitting.
So a lot of voting going on here in the next couple of days. First of all, Heisman Trophy. Kellen's got sort of lost in the shuffle a little bit. Has he been better this year?
This is his best year, without question. I mean, I think that's the thing that's just, we just don't get caught up in that stuff that we don't control, because it's by far his best year. The guy's been, you talk about standards, I mean, he's set the standard for quarterback play throughout the country for 4 years. I mean, he just hasn't flinched, but he's gotten better every year.
And then, obviously, VCS, where should you guys be?
This team's as good as any of the teams that we've had. And, we lost a 1-point hard-fought game to a really good TCU team that continually got better throughout the year. And so, I think it's our most difficult schedule that we've played. But that's as far as it goes for us. I mean, we don't have anything else to say. I mean, you say, hey, just, look at the record. I mean, it speaks for itself.
When looking at and deciding between some of the other ones, I mean, what is more important to you? Destination, matchups? I mean, just when you're looking at some of the other bowls, what matters?
Yeah, both those things really matter. I think matchup first and foremost. You always want to play the best opponent you can, and then certainly the destination is important, because we really want Bronco Nation to be there. I mean, that's what really makes it special. I mean, it's not a good deal to go into a bowl game there's not a lot of energy and excitement. And I think that, wherever we play, these seniors, they deserve a really fun atmosphere in their truly last game as a Bronco.
Coach, were you surprised a little bit that the stadium wasn't a little more full at the end of the game as the seniors were walking off the field?
Well, it was cold, and we get that. So it was great for them to show up and support them early. But you get a game that goes like that and it's that cold, we know how that goes.
Talk about Shu a little bit. I remember, I think it was Winter Spike in Georgia. I was talking to him before the game. He's like, we need that guy to score some touchdowns this year. He goes out and scores 15 touchdowns this year and sets the record.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons. There's a lot of little reasons, but one of the reasons that we really had a good year is a guy like Tyler Shoemaker, who's a senior, who's played well for us, but I don't think anybody thought going in this deal he's going to set a touchdown record for Boise State. And for that to happen, you know, then all of a sudden you know things, the fortunes will change for your offense at least.
Looking ahead to next year, how much do you take from seeing Joe and Grant play in this game, and how much of that do you use in your assessment for next year?
Well, we just try to give them as much experience as we can. You know, we see them every day in practice. And, you know, when Kellen's not here, I mean, everybody's game will rise in a good way in terms of, you know, they've had a chance to really learn from the best. And then, you know, when that guy's not there and you get more reps and, you know, you got to step up and produce, you know, they will. All of our quarterbacks that we'll have in the stable will do a good job.
Coach, Kellen receives a lot of the praise and the notoriety, but can you tell us what a guy like Doug Martin, someone who's gone through some of the struggles in the locker room, means to this program?
Well, I tell you this, if we didn't have Doug, we'd probably never even run it. We just let Kellen throw it every down, so that's how much we think of Doug. Yeah, I mean, it's just a great 1-2 combination, you know, when you got Kellen who can throw it all over the place, and then, you know, Doug always gets those, you know, he had another typical Doug Martin game where he goes over 100 yards, but it's just hard, tough, pounding yardage. Gets you know, he'll get a couple runs that are for decent chunks, but most of it is just hard grinding out yards, and that kind of running back is invaluable.
Do you think that's a testament to his character?
Well, as a testament to his toughness. I mean, I don't know if that's his character. He's got great character, but I think you see his toughness when he plays running back.
Weird for you to say it, but would that shutout mean to that defense, you think? They've come close a couple times this year to seal the deal there.
Yeah, I think, you know, last couple of weeks they've been playing better and getting some confidence, and I think it's great because, you know, we've had some setbacks over there injury-wise, and so those guys are doing a good job, and Coach Yates and Gorkowski and all those guys are really doing a great job with those.
Tyrone, Jamar, John Brown, Evo all didn't play today.
Yeah.
What's their status?
Tyrone will be back. John Brown, yeah, hopefully. He's got a weird inner ear deal going on. Who else did you say? Jamar, hopefully.
Jamar, hopefully. Evo.
Hopefully. Yeah, we'll see.
Corey and Mitch, any idea how bad theirs were today? Flaherty and Mitch?
I think they're both going to be fine.
I think Matt Wilson may have recorded a tackle or a half tackle in the very last play of the game. What did it mean to him to get out there, not just on special teams?
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome, and you know, fitting. That guy's put a lot of hard work into this program without a lot of game time, and so it was great to get him on special teams and get him on defense and have him make a tackle, and that was a good way to end it.
What did you say to him in the tunnel? It looked like you said a little more to him than some of the other guys.
Shoot, I can't even remember, to tell you the truth.
What were you going to do if Brad didn't get to punt? You know, just stick him out there on defense?
Well, he actually was wanting to kick an extra point. He said, if we score again, can I kick the extra point? And I was totally good with that. I mean, he can kick. So I'm glad that you know, he got a punt one, and I'm really happy that it ended with a really nice punt. I mean, that's a great way to go out.
What will you do about the bowl game tomorrow? And I know you have the banquet.
Yeah.
Just sort of waiting to hear from that, or will you get the team together?
Yeah, we'll have our banquet here and come in Monday and tell them what we're going to do.
You guys hired an athletic director the other day.
Yeah.
What did you think of the hire, and you got to spend a little bit of time with him?
Yeah, I think it's you know, I think there's a lot of due diligence put into that position, and you know, comes from great with a really good track record, and you know, obviously Kentucky's, you know, does some awesome things there, and so we're excited. You know, I think you know, new ideas and what we've done here, you know, has been, I think there's so much great foundation here. I mean, a lot of people have stepped up and helped support this program, and then you bring a guy with some new ideas, it'll be good.
Coach Rice said he made a couple phone calls. He talked to Calipari at Kentucky.
Yeah.
Did you do any phone calls like that?
Yeah, I know the AD at Kentucky. I know Mitch Barnhart from back in the Oregon days, and so we spoke, and you know, they couldn't say enough good things about him. Yeah. You guys good? Let Doug talk. Thank you.